Now we're going to look at two-column proofs versus a flow proof. So this is your two-column. This is what you're used to. And this is kind of like a flow chart proof. So we're going to prove the triangles are congruent using both of these methods. So if we look at these triangles, we already have some marks, lots of given information due to these congruency marks. So let's take a look at this first one and let's just go in order. So if we look at ST, ST is congruent to QT. Now I'm just going to continue around the triangle. So if I went ST, now I'm going to do T to R. So TR is going to be congruent to TP. And then lastly, we have segment RS is congruent to segment PQ. This means that triangle STR is congruent to triangle QTP by what triangle congruence postulate? The triangles are congruent by side, side, side. So to transfer this kind of proof into a flowchart proof, the statements go in each box and then the reasons go underneath the box. So all of your given reasons go underneath, the statements go in the boxes. So this is what your first row would look like. And then in the last box, you would put your final statement. So triangle STR is congruent to triangle QTP by side, side, side triangle congruence postulate. Flowchart proofs are often used to show the flow of logic in a geometric proof and are often made first as a tool to write a two-column proof. So let's try and fill out this flowchart proof before we do the two-column proof. So let's look at our given information. Remember, your given information is always going to come first, right? So this says segment XQ is parallel to segment TR. So let's go ahead and mark the diagram. XQ is parallel to segment TR. Next, we have segment XR bisects QT. So XR is bisecting or cutting in half the larger segment QT. So we put the given information in the boxes and then the reason given underneath the box. So parallel lines lead to something. So it's very important that we get these boxes in the right order. So parallel lines lead to what kind of angles given this diagram? The only angle relationship that can be made from this diagram and the parallel lines are alternate interior angles. So remember, this is a transversal. Alternate means they're on different sides of the transversal. Interior means they're inside the two lines. So that means Q is congruent to angle T by alternate interior angles. Next, let's look at this other given piece of information. This segment XR is bisecting or cutting in half segment QT. So that's going to lead to segment QM being congruent to segment TM. So we have one other box here that we have to fill out to prove that the triangles are congruent. So we have an angle, we have a side, and we're looking for something else. So what else can we look for here in the middle? The two angles in the middle are vertical angles. So we can say that angle XMQ is congruent to angle RMT by the vertical angles theorem. Now I can say that triangle XMQ is congruent to triangle RMT by angle, side, angle. So go ahead, take a moment and transfer this proof of the flowchart into the two-column proof. Here is what your two-column proof would look like.